You ready for a great new project from FastCap? I'm going to show you some great new tools, and I'm also going to show you a new application for FastCap, how to reface your kitchen cabinets. Okay, so what we've got is we've got a base cabinet that's made out of hickory, and we want to reface it in a maple PVC. We want to change the look of it. And I'm going to show you how to do that now, fast and easy with the Fast Edge product. We're going to use a lot of FastCap tools in the process, so let's get started. The first thing you want to do to your face frame is you want to prepare it. And we like to sand it just a little bit with some 80 grit and a flat block just to rough it up so the peel and stick Fast Edge will stick to it really well. Now, the big thing you want to do here is you do not want to roll the edges. You want to keep everything flat and true. Now, the next step is we've got it sanded. All we want to do is prep it now. We want to wipe off all the dust. So what I like to use for a solvent here is not a paint thinner, a denatured alcohol or a lacquer thinner, but by far denatured alcohol is my favorite, and I keep mine in my glue box because it's very easy, it doesn't drip, and it also evaporates really nicely, leaving no oil residue, so the adhesive can stick with no problem whatsoever. So the next step is actually going to be applying the Fast Edge, the peel and stick edge banding. Now we have a little wider widths here. This is 3-inch to cover all the different size styles and rails that we're going to be working with. We're going to be using a PVC. It's actually finished, but it's actually not a real wood. It's a PVC material to cover up our hickory. Now, the hard thing about refacing cabinets is lining up all these joints and cutting them all in. So we got a great tool that came from a cabinet maker who said, look, I love your Fast Edge material and I love refacing. The problem is it's a pain in the butt to do all the joints. So I got this idea, and this is the new FAST tool, which means Fast Accurate Seaming Tool. And we're going to show you how that works right now. So the first thing you want to do is we'll start from the top. You don't have to start from the top. That's the way I'm going to start. And we know we need a piece to cover right from there to about right there. So I'm going to take this like this, and I'll use my power shears to cut the length. And we're just going to get it rough. It doesn't have to be too accurate. So now, remember this has a little bit of memory in it. So we want to take that memory out. And the way we're going to do that is just simply back pull it just like this. So now, we're going to peel off our edge banding, our liner on the back of our edge banding, and we'll peel that off just like that. We don't have to peel it all the way off, and this is the cool thing, you don't have to be that careful. I'm going to go ahead and put that on there like this, and then go ahead and lay that across, and I'm done. Now, the first tool I'm going to use is the roller. We're going to use a speed roller. We're going to roll it on there really nice, make sure that's adhering really well. Now, the next tool we're going to use is we're going to go ahead and use our trimmer, the quad trimmer. I'm going to take it apart for this application. I'm going to come right up here, and I'll come right across the top, and you can see how I'm trimming that off. Really nice. I get one more pass because I had a lot of material to take off, and you can see how this is coming off right here. So there we go. So now the next step is I have to cut this in right here. So I'm going to cut that up just like this. I'm also going to cut that up to right there. Then I'm going to peel that back like this. Now, the next step is I need to get this line coming right across here so that I can line up my next piece perfectly. And this is where the FAST tool comes in and very handy. So what this does is it references off of here, and I put it in there like that, and then I come over here, how about that? Now look at how perfect that seam is. I'm all ready to go. Now we're going to do one more. We're going to come over here and do these other two. So the next step I have to do is I have to come up here and trim this one right here. And look at how perfect that is. I've got these all trimmed up just the way I want it. And now it's ready to do my joints. So here we go. This time I'm going to come all the way down to here, so I'm going to cut it about there, a little bit longer, and I'm going to try not to waste material when I do this, and you'll see what I'm talking about. And You can see how perfect this joint is. Look at that joint. Isn't that beautiful? You can get that in there just perfect. And we're going to come from the back side, and I'm going to score that. So you don't always get the chance to go to the back side of the cabinet, but in this case we are. And we might be able to use this over here. We'll see. Oh yeah, it's just long enough. So we're going to be able to use this piece and not waste a thing. So now the next step is we're going to put this piece right in here, and I'm going to show you how nice it works for that. Make sure everything's clean. Peel off the liner off the back side. I don't always pull the liner all the way off. Sometimes I leave it on just a little bit so it's not sticking to things. Then I'm going to go ahead and line this up and overhang it a little bit. Now this is the cool technique. How do you get these joints this perfect? I'm going to show you how. Okay, so the next step is we want to take our fast tool right here, and we're going to hold it up there just like that. And again, it's referencing off the top edge of here, and it gives you a perfect cut. Exactly the same cut we made the first time. So watch what happens here. Now we're going to come down here and we got to do the same thing again. Now I might point out also another cool thing about the fast tool. It's got a metric scale on this side and it's got an imperial scale on this side. And you can actually take these screws out and flip the plate around so you can have the imperial scale on the top and the metric scale on the bottom. It also has a really cool 37mm setback for European hinge plates. It's got a centering point and 32mm on center holes for drilling line boring holes. So now the next step is we're going to bring that one across the bottom. Now again, I don't have to worry about this because I'm just going to overlap it, and we're going to fix that in a minute. Okay, so we peel that back and look at that seam. Look how perfect that is. Isn't that gorgeous? Notice there's no glue residue whatsoever. If you ever get any glue, it's because you're building it up in here and you need to make sure you keep this clean with a little denatured alcohol or a little lacquer thinner. So now we've got a couple more pieces right here, a couple of the hard joints actually right here in the middle. And this cabinet is done that easily, that professionally, no problem at all. Okay, there's the project. Very simple. We converted it from hickory to maple in just a split second. We used our 3-inch peel and stick fast edge of PVC material. We used our tri-blade. We used the power shears. We didn't use this so much, but this is the fast break. Really nice for actually easing the edges. We took a quad trimmer, we took it apart, making sure there was no glue on the inside. We used denatured alcohol in a glue bot, worked as a great dispenser. We used our pocket chisel, 3/4 inch. We used our new fast tool, fast, accurate seaming tool, metric scale, imperial scale, 37mm setback, 32mm, all this cool stuff. It was fast, it was easy, we did the whole job. Hopefully you'll be able to refinish your cabinets the same way, just as easy, no effort, no struggle. That's what FastCap's all about.